Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Investing and Trading Live. My name is Josh Lilquist, and today we are with the birds. We're sitting outside, nice early morning, a chill session on the patio here, and it's Friday, June 30th, the last day of June. It was a nice June here for the stock market, and as we know, tech is still strong. Tech's been carrying the load. They've been just really rallying the stock market since October of last year. So tech has really been propping this market up, especially some of those high flyers. They call it the Magnificent Seven, the FANG stocks. Let's start with just looking at the S&P 500 here today. 2 hours before market open, looks like we are going to have a gap up on the day. The SPY yesterday, Thursday the 29th, closed roughly at 438.11, and we're going to open up, potentially see what happens here the next 2 hours, but 439.80 area. We'll see what happens here in the next few hours here. It's going back up to that supply zone that we have been dropping off from, that we talked about last week a few times. The NASDAQ, that also is gapping up, probably around 365 area, 365.70 area. Gold, we're looking at the ETFs right now. That was the SPY, the QQQ. GLD is going to be right around the same spot it was yesterday. Yesterday was kind of interesting. It's been really cratering here from $190 on the ETF, on the GLD ETF, 191 down to 177 the past month or so. Now, yesterday it gapped down tremendously, but showed some strength on the day. So we'll see what happens here as the day progresses. Energy sector has been showing some strength here since June 23rd, going from 76 to 80, almost 81 here on Friday morning. So we'll see what happens with the energy sector, but it's really kind of been sideways here the last couple months here, so not a whole lot going on there. Financials, those are going to be gapping up. Healthcare, that's going to be gapping up. Let's look at industrials. Industrials will probably be roughly about the same as yesterday. Consumer staple going to gap up pretty good here this morning. It looks like about 0.4%. So it looks like a good gap on the chart here. Let's get into some regular stocks. A couple I wanted to note here on the stock market. Let's start with Apple, hitting a new all-time high, most likely this morning on the open, roughly around 191.10 as it's showing right now. So we'll see what happens as the market opens here. We got a couple hours on until the open. Let's just check the news and see if there's anything that could drive this market differently here as the market opens. Looking at Forex Factory for the day. You do have, Canadian GDP, that shouldn't affect us too much. You have, of course, PCE price index. That's going to be on Friday here at 8:30 Central Time. That could swing things a little bit, but I doubt that'll change any trends with the stock market. Let's see. Let's look at, so one of the stocks I talked about, I believe it was last Monday or Tuesday, was BHG. Now this stock is Bright Healthcare. It's a local stock here. Looks like Molina is going to buy Medicare Biz. So Bright Health to sell California Medicare Advantage business to Molina Healthcare for $600 million. Shares jumped. So shares jumped actually about 30% here at one point in the morning. Well, actually a little bit less here now, 20%. Potential open right around $13.25. Actually, if you look at this, this has been a dog for many, many, many months. I've been, like watching this drop here the past probably 2 years now. But that being said, showing some strength, up roughly around 90% since its lows back in May. So in the last month, about 90% rally here in BHD. So still kind of a dog of a stock though. But they did a split here, reverse split here a couple weeks ago. Back on a 1 to 80 split back on Monday, May 22nd, which was before the bottom, but we'll see what happens here. So we talked about Apple. Let's see. Another one I want to talk about was AMC. We talked a couple weeks or last week. It was offering some pretty good premium, some cash secured puts. And we should see a little jump here in AMC from 4:30 to 4:32 in the morning, probably up 2.5% here on the open. So we'll see what happens as the morning progresses here on AMC. AMD and Nvidia had some negative news, we'll call it, this past week with some of the China stuff and let's see, it was let's look at the there was some laws going into effect. It was with something with China. So AMD and Nvidia, especially AMD, from the highs of Monday the 12th, down about 15%. Should be opening the day right around $112 per share for AMD. Let's look at Nvidia. Nvidia yesterday was down about almost 1%, about almost $3, but it'll probably gap up a little bit. So Nvidia's got a little different story, but yet this is down about 6% since the highs of really a week or so ago, before the news came out. Meta, this one still is still chugging away. This is the little train that could, up roughly about 230% on the year, actually. Well, I guess from October, so on from the lows. So, as always, I'm going to end the show here a little early today. Quick pre-market routine here on Friday morning, and we will do a market recap tomorrow, Saturday, for you listeners. As always, retire young, my friends.